Hi, Ladybugs. How's everybody doing today? I hope we all got through our Thanksgiving good and that everybody, even though we couldn't all be with our families, I hope you were with people that really matter or at least video timed with them, Skyped or something with them. And I hope you guys enjoyed your turkey day. I know I did. We had a 25 pound turkey. There was me, my husband, his mom and dad, and then there was our kids that's four, and then we had our neighbor, his our neighbor and his two sons come over because they don't have family around or anything, so they came and had Thanksgiving with us. I know that was a lot of people, but we just needed to be thankful for everybody we have and be thankful that we are all still here. We did take precautions, of course. So everything was pretty much gone the next day. We had turkey, we had ham, potato salad. My mother-in-law and father-in-law, they make the best potato salad. Like, oh my gosh, it's just good. Mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing. Oh my gosh, the way my mother-in-law made this stuffing this year was just like my son, my 7-year-old, he don't like stuffing at all. But for some reason he shoveled this in his mouth and it was so good. He had like seconds, thirds. It was amazing. We had homemade apple pie that my mother-in-law made, pumpkin pie, fruit salad, and jello. So we had a lot of, and we had homemade tortillas because what's a native turkey dinner without tortillas, of course. No stew this time. I wasn't with my family. My usually when I go home to my dad's house, he always makes stew and beans and it's so delicious. I really do I missed them this year but it's okay because we'll see them again. It's not the end of the world. They're only an hour and a half away. So but today, I thought instead of telling you a rest time story time, I think I will do a sip, chat, and chew. So, I got my coffee here. Made it at home. And I got my sandwich that I got from Sonic's. So, we're saying a mukbang. Don't confuse it. I can't do mukbangs. My stomach's too small. And honestly, I couldn't even eat that much food from Thanksgiving. I had a little bit of this, a little bit of that, so sort of like little bit of bites. And I ate like three times on Thanksgiving. Well, four, but just itty bitty increments because I can't really hold too much down. So today I thought I'd just share some of my poems with you that I wrote many years ago. My son was born in 2005, and about 5 years later, it looks like I made this poem for him. He was my only son. He was my first son at the time, and I think that I was in a rough spot in 2010, and it was a difficult time for me, I think, and writing helped. So this is a poem that I wrote for my son when he was about 5 years old. So it's a little cheesy, so I'm sorry if it's cheesy. Please don't come for me. It's not some kind of, I'm not trying to fit into any kind of category, okay? So please don't come for me, blah, 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 okay? So I'm going to read this to you guys, okay? Because I think sharing some of this stuff with other people, it helps. It helps me. I know that I get a little bit of closure in a sense, and that I just can share it with everybody. Closure from, I guess, my bad times. So, la 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 la. Okay, let me see here. I never knew the meaning of love till one day God sent me a gift from above. I never realized a small gift can change my life that was filled with anger, alcohol, hate, and strife. The small gift I one day came across must have been one of those days I felt completely lost. And when I began to unravel this gift, it gave me hope and to my spirit an uplift. I first heard a sound almost that of a drum, a small heartbeat to me, but a strong song to some. When I looked deeper into the gift, what did I see? Two dark brown eyes staring back at me. And these eyes I could see pure happiness and faith, so pure that these eyes mended my heartbreak. I began to see a little cute nose. I believe from there my love began to grow. This gift had a cry almost that of a lamb. I admit I was scared because this gift wasn't part of my plan. This little gift settled down, and as I began to admire, I realized my heart began to feel on fire. What was this gift, and why was he presented to me? I would say God wanted me to know life wasn't filled with just misery. This gift is forever with me to stay. So this gift I name Devontae. I wrote this in some of my darkest days, I think, because I think I was sort of losing my way. I was losing my way. I was a single parent then. It was just me and my son. I had a year or two ago I had divorced. I had separated from his dad, and we were together for about 5 years. So I separated and I fell off the wagon a little bit and started drinking and being wild. I was still going to school. I was going to college at Fort Lewis College, and I did start getting a little wild. I ended up going to jail and having to deal with a lot of stuff. So, but I did get through it. That was a bad time in my life, but that poem made me realize, when I wrote that poem and when I read it, I remember why the Creator gave me this gift, why he gave me my son, to keep me in check, to make sure that somebody's here for me. And I love him. I love him so much. Here's my firstborn. So this other one I wrote for my mom on no, I'm not gonna read that one yet. There's just like there's another one I think I could share with you guys. I wrote this one in 2010 because when I was writing these, I wrote this one because part of me having to get out of trouble, I had to go to jail. So I spent 3 months in jail. And it was hard. It was hard, but I met a lot of good ladies there that I'm still friends with today, actually. But I'd like to read one of these ones that I wrote in there. It's called These Walls That Wouldn't Move. No matter how much I scream and shout, these walls won't budge. Sentenced to this place behind the wall by the judge. Surrounded by cold, hollow walls made of cylinder blocks. No modern technology made it hard to pick at the locks. Let me start over. No matter how much I scream and shout, these walls won't budge. Sentenced to this place behind the walls by the judge. Surrounded by cold, hollow walls made of cylinder blocks. New technology made it hard for me to pick a lock. These walls surround me. These walls surround me could tell stories of all the inmates. These stories are so similar, even the guards can relate. The walls that surround me make up La Plata County Jail. So sure the criminals are determined to fail. These walls are stained from inmates' sorrows and grief. In these walls, inmates look to each other for relief. What hides behind these walls? Probably secrets, pain, and the blame game. Make sure no inmates see their secrets, guards hide their shame. These walls hold many levels of criminals. Guards see us all as troublemakers. They treat us like animals. Jail or prison is one place no one would want to be, because being locked up behind these walls brings a person one thing, and that's misery. One can huff and puff, but these walls stand strong. Pray God give us a change, and we aren't in here too long. Press these walls with your palms and recite prayers from poems, from psalms. Press these walls with your palms and recite prayers from psalms. These walls won't budge because we want them to. These walls won't budge because we will once once we get a clue. These walls that won't move are here for a reason, to somehow make us pay for our sins. It sort of doesn't really make sense. Like I said, I wrote these when I wrote that one when I was in jail, and it's just weird. And I look back on these, I'm like, weird. But it makes me remember first how much crap I got into. It reminds me second of how far I've come. How far I've come and where I've made it from. When I moved off the reservation, I was 17. Yeah, I was 17 years old. I moved up into Cortez, not too far from the reservation, about 11 miles north of my reservation. I moved to Cortez into a 2-bedroom trailer with my son's dad. And he was a good dad. He just was a shitty husband, but a good dad. We both worked. He worked days, I worked nights, so we didn't need a babysitter. And then I decided that I would like to go to college. A lot of things changed when me and him got together. A lot of things continue to change in our relationship, like it always does. But I think we sort of jumped into that relationship too quick without really thinking, and that made it sort of difficult for both of us. So he wanted other things. I wanted other things. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to do something with my life. And he wanted to do other things with his life. He wanted to do other things as well, but just different. So we went our separate ways. But my family has always been there for me. My sisters, my mom, later on down the road, my dad. They've all been there for me. If they didn't help me, they didn't help me physically, then they helped me, mentally. They helped me with their words, with their encouragement. So, I guess I want to say that I'm thankful for my family, because we're strong knit, but I live so far away from them, but yet They're just a phone call away. I'm really close to them. And we all mess up. We all mess up. You know, not everybody's perfect, but I came from a 2-bedroom trailer. I lived in family housing at Fort Lewis College, and I loved it. I met my best friend at Fort Lewis College, and she's such an awesome person, and she's like family. She's like my sister, and she helped me get out of one of my darkest times as well. She helped me find myself again when I was about to lose myself because of the people that I was hanging around. So I'm grateful for her as well. Me and my sister both know her. My sister knew her first. They went to school together in like middle school or high school, and then they found each other again at Fort Lewis College. Then from there, I went into a 2-bedroom apartment. Then I went into a 3-bedroom apartment. And then I moved out into Ignacio, into a 4-bedroom house. And I always told myself, I don't ever want to be in that place again, that dark place. So even though I'm tempted to drink, I'm tempted to do the stuff that I used to when I was younger. I have my kids. I think my kids really help me out a lot. They're like, I look at them and I ask, is it really worth it? One night of fun, one moment of fun for a week hangover, or who knows what could happen, you know. If I'm out of it, I'm not sober, I don't think it's worth it at all, honestly. But in June of 2020, this year, I made a decision to do weight loss surgery. And with that, of course, I'm limited on what I can eat and drink. And also with alcohol, they say that if you drink alcohol, that you'll most likely get buzzed quicker just because of the surgery and how small it was. So, but yeah, it's hard. It's hard now. I can't even finish this. Oh. I'm not gonna eat anymore. But that's the sip, chat, and chew time. Sorry, ew. Sorry. Sip, chat, and chew with Mary. If you guys want to know anything else about me, leave questions in the comments. I'm always here. I'm an open book. I'm not shy about anything pertaining to myself or my life. If you want to ask questions, go ahead. I'm here. You can ask questions about my weight loss. You can ask questions about my life, my kids, my schooling, anything. I'm an open book. So just let me know. And I guess I will end it here, okay? You ladybugs have a good day and enjoy the rest of November. Bye.